feel me? Ty, you know what I'm saying? TY, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the building, you know what I'm saying? If you're just clicking on this video, you know what I'm saying? Just know that your boy is stressing and I have stress bumps. So if you end up seeing my stress bump, like right here, because I'm going to just show it off because, you know, I like to get things out the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to look at my video and comment, be like, oh, you got a bump on your lip, hurt me, and you know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that going on around here, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, a little stress bump, you know what I'm saying? Can't cover it. I was going to put a Band-Aid over it. It looks stupid. So I'm just going to go ahead and let it be known, you know what I'm saying? Can't stop the grind, though. But anyway, like I said, just click on this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. And if you've been here, we've been rocking, we've been doing this. This ain't nothing new. You feel me? King Von. Now, everybody know on my channel, King Von is a certified snapper. That nigga is hard. That nigga go crazy, you know what I'm saying? What's going on in my jail? I was like that. Anyway, nigga is a certified snapper. Nigga be going crazy. Nigga's a good artist. Know how to tell a story. You know what I'm saying? And he's just a dope artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that Lil Durk introduced Von to us, you know what I'm saying? Us fans out here. I did on my channel, y'all requested me to do the criminal history. I did one with Chief Keef. That got pretty good numbers. Well, as far as my numbers, you know what I'm saying? I got like 100 views. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to even get 100 views. You know what I'm saying? If I get 100 views, that's, you know what I'm saying? I wish I can get higher. But one day they'll get higher. But I got 100 views. You know what I'm saying? And like the first day. And that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? At least for me, for right now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So y'all just keep on requesting these criminal history. I guess y'all like my reactions to it. I'm saying we just gonna keep going, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't quarantined, we ain't doing nothing. At least I'm staying. I know they got something going on. They gonna start reopening stuff. I hope everybody still stay safe. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, all that type stuff. We ain't finna get all into that. But this is the criminal history of King Von. We finna get into the video. You know what I'm saying? We don't wanna watch the video with me racking over it. I'll leave the original video in the descriptions down below. So on my social medias. Hey yo, this is really bothering me. Like, I'm looking at it too much, you feel me? But yeah, man, we just finna get into the video. I'm done talking. I ain't even gonna cap to you.
King Von is one of the newer rappers in the Chicago hip-hop scene. With his hottest track, Crazy Story, doing over 30 million views on the World Star.
Crazy Story broke the damn internet. We ain't even gonna lie like it didn't. Cause it did. Y'all know it did. Y'all know it broke the internet. Let's not lie. Crazy Story broke the internet.
Pop YouTube channel at the time of this recording, King Von is making a rather impressive name for himself in Chicago hip-hop. But what makes King Von's career even more iconic is the fact that King Von hasn't even been rapping for a year yet. He claims that the only reason he got into rapping was because he's done everything else, and not because he had some sort of knack for rapping. What King Von mainly means by that is that he's done almost everything when it comes to the streets. So all he has left to do is tell his stories and experiences through his music. Even though King Von doesn't have an extremely lengthy rap sheet like some of his peers, King Von definitely has a unique criminal history due to the outcome of some of his cases. Well, without further ado, here is an exclusive inside look at the criminal history of King Von. King Von's first run-ins with the law were not very well documented due to the fact that he was a minor at the time of his arrests. But luckily, he gave a little bit more detail of those arrests in an interview with DJ Small's Eyes. In the interview, King Von mentioned that his first arrest was for an armed robbery where apparently he robbed someone at gunpoint and stole their car. When King Von was caught, the police sent him to a juvenile detention center where the charges against him were ultimately dropped due to King Von being so young at the time. But the only way to make this deal work out was that a judge required King Von to attend a boot camp for a certain amount of time. For the other three arrests...
Yeah, let me tell y'all a story about these boot camps, bro. I wish I could call my nigga. So me and the homies, right? This was like last year, my junior year. I'm a senior this year. Last year, my junior year, bro, I was down bad on credits. You feel me? I was like the typical high school student. You know what I'm saying? I did play sports, and then you know what I'm saying. My basketball coach, turned into a weirdo. I want to punch on him when I see him. I want to punch on him, bro. But anyway, yeah, bro. So what I was saying about the boot camp. So anyway, we was down bad on credits, right? And it was like some boot camp. It was like you go to the boot camp, you stay there for like a couple months. You live like they do all that boot camp stuff, and you get like what was it, like 60 credits, 80 credits. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, if I would have got 80 credits, you know what I'm saying, I would have been good my junior year. Like I would have been good my whole junior year, and then started my senior year, I would have been good for like the second, like to the second semester or something like that. I don't know. It was something like that, and I was like, ooh, bruh. Me and the homies was like, bro, we finna go to this boot camp. You feel me? Get these credits up. Ooh, bro. I'm glad I did not go, bro. Tell me why the homies went. Right? They had to cut, mind you, bro. They had to cut their hair bald, bro. Face, everything bald. Like you know what I'm saying. My dreads was long at the time, so I'm like. Bro, I didn't end up going, bro, and they ended up playing us, bro. We did. They end up getting kicked out the boot camp. They didn't. It was something, bro. It just boot camp. It just reminded me of a story. That's why I was trying to tell it, but I don't know if y'all really would understand it. If y'all did, y'all did. If y'all didn't, y'all didn't. You know, I'm talking too much. Let's get back to it.
King Von gave almost little to no detail, but apparently one of them was for possession of a firearm. King Von didn't say how this case ended, but we can probably assume that he was sent to a juvenile detention center and got convicted, but under a certain type of condition where it gets taken off of his record after he turns 18. King Von also mentions that he was locked up at one time for 15 months, and the time before that for 14 months. Von gave no details as of why, but it apparently happened. King Von's next arrest happened when he was only 19 years old, in 2014. According to authorities, King Von was at a party when a guy named Malcolm Stuckey was steady eyeballing him. King Von must have taken offense to this because he then grabbed his friend Michael Wade and left the party in a gray vehicle. Around 45 minutes later, King Von and Wade returned to the party, but parked in an alley near the home. The two then got out of the car with loaded guns and headed to the front of the residence. Malcolm Stuckey and two other people were sitting on the front porch when King Von and Wade opened fire on them. Stuckey and the other man fled down LaSalle Street.
Chicago ain't no damn joke, boy. Plenty of people get, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy because the slightest thing can get your life taken when you living in the hood and you dealing with people that's in the streets 24/7. You can get your life took over something small. Bro was mean mugging, dude. First of all, I don't even know. I feel like you can't be at no party and mean mugging people and you ain't got it on you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't packing no heat. You know what I'm saying? That steel, that iron, whatever y'all want to call it. That glizzy, you know what I'm saying? That firearm, whatever y'all want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, people don't believe in fighting at all. They won't fight you for nothing. Nobody ain't gonna fight you. So what's the point of you going to a party, mean mug somebody, thinking y'all gonna tussle it out? Nah. You gonna get blowed down, boy. They gonna swallow your ass. All right, I'm stop. Ain't no joke.
Both ended up getting shot. The other man on the porch was shot as well as he was attempting to run inside the home. In the end, 3 people were critically wounded, but Malcolm Stuckey unfortunately got shot in the head and died later that day. After the shooting, King Von and Wade ran back to their car and fled. Both of them ended up getting arrested days later. During the investigations, over 20 shell casings were recovered, and Wade even admitted to police that he had fired a gun 15 or 16 times at one of the victims. King Von, on the other hand, refused to talk to the authorities. The two were held without bond and were facing life in prison for charges of first-degree murder and 2 attempted murders. After sitting in jail for 3.5 years, the trial finally began. The trial lasted a total of 5 days, and the outcome is, honestly, surprising. Wade got sentenced to 28 years in prison, while King Von was acquitted of all charges. After 3.5 years in Cook County Jail, King Von...
Now, Vaughn, I ain't gonna play with you like that, you know what I'm saying? But let's just hear this again.
Is honestly surprising. Wade got sentenced to 28 years in prison, while King Von was acquitted of all charges. After 3.5 years in Cook County Jail, King Von was free. Since his release, King Von...
Bro got sentenced to 20-some years, bro. Bro got sentenced to 20-some years, bro. King Von was acquitted all charges, bro. You know why? Because he didn't say nothing from the start. Who admits to firing a gun? Nigga, you know you're going to get time behind this, and you admitting that you didn't let off. They said they recovered 20 shell cases, and you saying you let off more than half. This nigga said he let off 15 to 16 shots out of 20. They just gonna give you the whole thing. Oh yeah, he did it. They just gonna think Von was just there because he didn't say nothing from the start.
Staying out of trouble and began rapping. Von also moved to Atlanta to be around his good friend Lil Durk, who is also an extremely successful rapper.
Shout out Durk
with
now.
a promising future ahead of him, and
Shout
all
out Durk
while
now.
being surrounded by many other successful people. You would think that King Von would never risk all that to commit some stupid crime, but sadly, that was not the case. Because on May 17th, 2019, King Von was arrested once again in Fulton County, Georgia. Sources say that King Von was involved in a shooting that occurred on February 5th, 2019 at the parking lot of the Varsity in downtown Atlanta. Officers apparently responded to a call at around 5:45 a.m. after gunshots were reported in the area. When they arrived, they found a 23-year-old man shot to the lower extremities. The man was found outside of his vehicle in the parking lot and was taken to Atlanta Medical Center in serious condition. Thankfully, he survived. After 3 months of investigation, police determined that King Von was the alleged shooter and eventually ended up arresting King Von moments after that conclusion was made. King Von is still locked up to this day and is being held without bond.
He out now.
Sources close to the situation...
This ain't up to date. This criminal history, this came out May 28, 2019. So he ain't in jail right now. He out, but just to clear that up.
say that the man King Von shot was attempting to rob him and that it was done in self-defense. Internet detectives are speculating that King Von will get 3 years, while others say he'll get off completely for self-defense. Another large majority claim that King Von is done for. I guess only time will tell. Well, there you have it. The entire criminal history of King Von in
so
one
tell you how that
single
played
YouTube
out.
video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button. If you want to see more criminal history videos, then make sure to...
Yeah, we gonna, make sure y'all go check out Vault, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check out Vault. Stay to the end of the video, you know what I'm saying? Please like, comment, subscribe. We was on the road to that 2,000 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to run it up every day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Thank y'all for everybody. Y'all know me, man. I'm gonna always keep thank everybody that's coming, messing with your boy, hopping on, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna say hopping on the train, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, where I'm from, you know, hopping on the train don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? But, thank y'all for rocking with the kid, you know what I'm saying? Give your boy a shot and all that type stuff, you feel me? But without further ado, your boy about to go to bed. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up on some knock stuff, you feel me? But yeah, man. Without further ado, your boy is up out of here.